What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Intention Training Talks. I'm Mitch, and today I want to talk to you about awareness-based training and why this can be a potential solution for burnout from your training, avoiding repetition-based injury, which is doing something wrong just a little bit too many times till you get an injury, and then why also I think it can improve your performance should you be doing competitions. So what is awareness-based training? It is essentially focused on two things. You have internal focus training and external focus training. And in my opinion, too many people do external focus training only, and they do this unintentionally. They're unaware of it. So the layout is we want internal, in my opinion, probably 70 to 80% of the time, and external 20 to 30% of the time. Let's talk about these. Internal-based training is you're focusing on the tension that you feel, you're focusing on your breathing, you're focusing on the experience that you're having, which can include things like emotional response, the types of stressors that you feel. So that would be the example of, do you love heavy weightlifting but have a really anxious response to endurance-based workouts? When do you freak out? When do you feel calm? Can you bring yourself up? Can you bring yourself down? Can you control and be involved and present in the experience that you're having? Which again, I like to build that on the foundation of you're moving barefoot, you're focusing on the tension rather than the position, and then you also are focusing on the breath. The external focus is going to be, we're going for time, we're going for reps, we're going for rounds, we're going for movement standards and heavy loads, and we're also potentially aware of other athletes that are around us as we compete against them, right? Like we see someone else and we push a little bit harder. So there's nothing wrong with external-based training, but when we do it too often, like I said, we get burnt out. We're not loving that we don't see ourselves on top of the leaderboard. We're comparing ourselves to others. We are not caring necessarily about how we move, but rather the fact that I got to get as many rounds of reps as possible while I'm competing against myself or others. And you can see how that can kind of slowly snowball into pretty big problems down the road. So when we balance this with like a 70-30 or an 80-20, then we understand and can dramatically change our training experience as we go. So how exactly do we do this? Right? As you train, there should be specific days where you test, external training, and days that you train, right? Internal training, right? So I have the internal and external. I have training or testing. And I need to train more often than I test. Because if I just test repeatedly, that's not going to build my fitness. But if I train, I build my fitness, I test, I know what to aim for, I know what to measure. In another sense, it's when I focused on my subjective experience and then test objectively, I can get better at testing objectively and improving my overall fitness. Because then I can get a better idea of what might actually be holding me back. Maybe it's not that I am not training enough or not doing enough volume or not doing enough Olympic weightlifting or powerlifting sessions or gymnastics work or enough different types of cardio-based movements or metcons. Maybe it's I pay no attention to my breathing at all and I mouth breathe the whole time, and so I'm super inefficient at my energy systems. Or I don't pay attention to the tension that I feel with my muscles at all, and I just get the range of motion done and get the movement standard done, and the result is I kind of start tweaking my shoulder a little bit. It doesn't feel great, or my knee kind of feels funky when I have to do a lot of running or double under workouts. So again, different ways that we can do this. So here's some of the things I love. I love Q training. This is a concept I learned from StrongFit, which is quit +1 or quit -1. We do a workout that has push-ups. You're focusing on feeling the right tension in the pecs and the obliques and in the triceps. And I go, okay, each round I go through, I'm going to do quit -1 push-ups, which means I'm going to go till just before failure or just before the burn becomes so intense I can no longer perceive the handling of it. Or in a longer endurance workout, I might be pacing at a quit -1 pace. I have 30 minutes to do just a run, just a bike, or just a row, and I'm going to go based on feel, not on the monitor, based on feel at that quit -1. At what speed can I maintain the entire time? And then obviously you can use the monitor for reference if you'd like, but I want to maintain it for the full 30 minutes. And that's different ways that we can learn how to slightly reserve or do quit +1. I'm going to go till I fail and then see if I can push past it, quit +1. I also love the stuff from Brian McKenzie, his breath work. Know your gears. Gear 5 down to 1. 5 is mouth breathing in and out. 4 is in through nose, out through mouth. 3 is in through nose, pause, out through mouth. 2 is going to be nasal breathing only, and 1 is going to be, box breath, different types of breath work like that. know the gear that you want to train in the workout, and then also know how to do a recovery breath. I'll link the video for that, but can you stabilize during your rest period and then work down or amp yourself up if you need to get there? So when you add things in like Q training, when you add things in like breath work, when you train to feel the tension instead of just the position, then all of a sudden you're moving way better, you're less injured, you're knowing the experience behind it. Do I get super emotional when I have to do bike sprints and I get really angry and annoyed? Or perhaps bored, I hate this workout, this is so dumb, I don't want to do this. Well, if you're trying to be competitive or avoid burnout, there's different ways to approach that, and you want to be able to do that as you go. And then you'll actually test it. Okay, today's Fran, today's a heavy shoulder to overhead, today we're doing a 5K, today we're doing this chipper workout from regionals for forever ago. Now you can test it and track it and be aware of it over time. But if you only test, you're going to suck at training. And then if you only train and you're overly subjective, you'll never know if you're actually making progress or not really, and you'll just think you might be. So that's why, in my opinion, I think you can go 70-30 or 80-20, and we want to have that internal main drive and focus and external. And if you guys like this style of approach of training, I actually do a templated program for this, and I give one-on-one feedback as people do it. I'll put a link below. You can join the Intention Training Protocol. Come join the Intention Training team. And I program accessory work where it's focusing on breath and tension. I program strength pieces that focus on this type of quit -1 and quit +1, along with finishers, Metcons, right, that do the same thing. And in addition to that, right, with this Intention Training Protocol, I can give one-on-one feedback, and then we do have days that we test. Here's this workout, can you do this? And then ideally, you are maintaining the breath work and the tension as you do the testing. So if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. If you like this approach to training, which can be a supplement to what you currently do, or add in as a replacement day, don't forget to join the Intention Training Protocol. It's only $29.50 per month. It's $29.50, and I can, like I said, I provide feedback as people upload videos. And if you guys have any questions, comment below, and again, don't forget to subscribe.